and I've not seen such a load of dog shit on TV for a very, very, very long time. Welcome to another episode of Mildly Informed with me, Richie Firth, him, Chris Skinner. We've had a week off. Well, he has, because he's been in Lanzarote. I've missed you, Christopher. How are you?
I'm very well. Have you been to Lanzarote before?
No, I haven't. I've been to Gran Canaria.
So, you go to the coast and it looks just like any kind of Mediterranean-style coastal resort. You go inland, it's basically a volcano. They shoot a lot of sci-fi there. It looks like you're on another world. So you could just do a week on the beach and it'd be lovely. Get inland, mate. It is a phenomenally weird-looking place that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So, recommended.
Are all the Canary Islands volcanoes? Basically, all islands are volcanoes, aren't they? Really?
I mean, I don't think that final statement is true, but I believe the Canary Islands all are, yes.
I know Tenerife definitely is. Obviously,
Mount
Lanzarote is. Eh?
Yep. Mount Tidy is the big peak in Tenerife.
I've got a feeling that all islands are volcanoes. Once upon a time, that's how they feature. That's how they, started.
No, that's not the case.
No, I swear I saw.
Some islands are created by changes. I can't believe we're already onto this. Crikey.
No.
Changes in the sea level.
Because of volcanoes. Because of volcanoes happening. I saw there was a Pixar movie, can't remember which one it was, might have been Up. But there was like a short that came before it, and it was all about how volcanoes were formed. And that's how it happened.
And you extrapolated a short from Pixar to be everything geological about the entire world.
It's good to have you back.
It's lovely to be back.
And that little anecdote about volcanoes demonstrates what Mildly Informed is all about. We are here to inform you only mildly. And that's what we do every week. And rank and rate things as we go along. We're not going to rank and rate my geological knowledge because I don't think it would get many stars whatsoever.
Well, we should therefore turn to something that you think you know something about, that you might have even put some thought into for the show. So why don't you kick us off?
Don't go too far. I note that both of us have got a cough.
We do. But I had the good grace to mute my microphone when I did it.
I'll see if I can remember that for the rest of this episode. Chris, I want to tell you about the latest drama from Sky Atlantic, and it is called Under Salt Marsh, and I am absolutely loving it. Straight out to begin with, I will tell you this is a 5-star review. It was one of those things that when I saw a trailer for it, immediately I was like, oh, that looks good. I sent the trailer to my wife and was like, this looks good. And you consume so many trailers in day-to-day life, whether it is for a film or a TV show. What's an advert if it's not a trailer for, a new washing liquid or something like that? But I saw it. I was like, oh, this looks really, really good. It stars Rafe Spall, Kelly Riley, who is in Yellowstone, Jonathan Pryce. It is fantastic. It is set in a fictional Welsh coastal village that is beset by climate change and flooding, and there is a storm coming, but there is also death in said coastal village, and the solving of a crime has the ticking clock of an incoming storm that could wipe away all of the evidence. And it is absolutely fantastic. And I think the clincher for me that tells me how much I've loved it is that I've consumed episode by episode over a week. I only have time in my life to watch like 1 hour of telly a night. Last night, I was so excited because we were getting ready for what had to be the final episode of the series, sat down to watch it and realised that we consumed things so fast as the week had gone on the final episode had not actually dropped.
Oh,
And so I'd lived the whole day thinking tonight's the night. We'll get the whole payoff of Under Salt Marsh. No one's seen it. Hadn't even come out. I was gutted. But Chris, it's brilliant. It's a 5-star review. Have you seen it? Are you aware of it? I'm
aware of it. I have also enjoyed seeing the trailers. It is on the list. I will get to it. So the cast looks good. It looks super moody. It's got that kind of Broadchurch, coastal kind of moody vibe about it.
Broadchurch is a really, really good shout because it's absolutely got those vibes. Completely got those vibes. I remember watching the first series of Broadchurch, which is still one of the best British dramas of a long time, and getting to the final episode and thinking, I still don't know who's done this. And was pretty much in the same situation ahead of the one that I still have not watched. I've still not seen how this has paid off because just got too excited about it. But it's brilliant. It really has got those Broadchurch vibes. It's also got that vibe of when you watch a drama and you're so into it, you're thinking, where's this set? Is this real? Is this a real place? And then you go online and like, where was Under Salt Marsh filmed? And then you go on Google Maps and you try and find it all. It's so good.
I've actually been on holiday to where they shot Broadchurch.
Have you?
Yeah, which I think is it called West Bay in Dorset?
It is, yeah.
And we went there just to stay for a couple of nights without knowing that was where Broadchurch had been shot. And we're just staying in the village just up from it. And we sort of walk over the hill and we're like, oh, this is Broadchurch, isn't it? And Pauline Quirk used to live in that hut over there.
I wonder whether people that live in places like that actually enjoy that, like that as a concept. Because you must get tourism. You must get like tours that start, the Broadchurch tour, walking tours, that kind of stuff. And whether that becomes a bit of a pain or not.
Well, I live in a part of East London that is regularly shot for TV, including the recent Amazon Prime drama Steel. Loads of it is shot around my way and where I used to work. And when I do walk past those places, I'm always like, it's so. I mean, I'm not necessarily going on tourism for it, but it does change my perspective of the place. I've definitely gone to a Greasy Spoon Cafe since it was shot on Top Boy.
So it's a 5-star review, not just in mildly informed style, but just a general TV review. It's been one of the best things I've watched in months and months and months. Haven't seen the final episode yet. Can't wait to watch it. And I know it's on your watch list. And when you catch up with it, and if you don't enjoy it, I'll be absolutely gutted. It will cause me to review our friendship.
I cannot wait to come back to you in the next few weeks with a review in it. I've got, just for context, I want to finish Say Nothing in Tehran first, and then I will be back to you on this.
That's something for another episode because I'm not aware of that, but it sounds good.
They're Chris, 2 different shows.
Okay. What are Say Nothing in Tehran?
Yeah, Say Nothing is a show, and Tehran is a show.
Oh, I thought that was one show that was called Say Nothing in Tehran.
I mean, I do like the idea of an IRA Iranian regime mashup show. That could be.
Chris, what would you like to tell me about that you've maybe been watching or experiencing or enjoying?
Well, just to follow your TV review, I thought I should do the same. So I've got a couple of things on my agenda, but let's keep the TV theme going. What was your reaction when I said I was going to review The Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Oh my God. I love Game of Thrones. I loved Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. I also enjoyed House of the Dragon, the first spin-off show from Game of Thrones. I watched the first episode of A Night of Seven Kingdoms, really excited about it, and I've not seen such a load of dog shit on TV for a very, very, very long time.
I think that's brilliant insight from you there, Richie, and I value your view as a TV watcher. I sat down, watched the first episode, then watched the subsequent 5, and I think it is one of the best bits of TV drama I've seen in some time, especially for fans of Game of Thrones. It is such a lovely, soulful piece of work. The fact that you take something so big and tell something so close and so charming and sweet set over just a couple of weeks is really ambitious, and I loved it. And the fact that you hated it brought the biggest smile to my face. I'm not here to tell you. I'm not here to tell you to change your view on this program. Yeah. But I loved the perspective of the story being told from, someone who's essentially poor and not one of these, the super privileged big houses or families in the show. Although I love the fact that they're there, that they float around. You still get Targaryens and Lannisters and Baratheons, but they're not the prime characters. And
can I ask you a question?
Please, yeah.
I've got to be completely transparent. So bad was the first episode, in my opinion, that I've watched no more. So should I go back and revisit? Because I don't know anything else. It was so bad. I turned to Natalie and was like, what have we just watched? That's terrible. And we watched no more.
Well, I think you have to now off the back of this conversation. I think you've at least got to give it the second episode.
Yeah.
And look, if you switch off after 2, fair enough. I tell you one of the many things I like about it. One of the unexpected breakout hits from Game of Thrones was the relationship between the Hound and Arya Stark, which was just like a wonderful dynamic in that show. And this has had the closest thing that the Game of Thrones universe, or any other TV show I've seen recently, has done to that, with the sort of the gruff adult and the kid being very funny together, but over the 6 episodes, developing this really emotional bond as well. It's lovely. Look, it's not big epic stuff, but what I would say is it has more heart and more warm moments than the entire 2 seasons so far of House of the Dragon. I like the big epic, this moody house is a bunch of bad guys, but they're not as bad as that guys, and they've got dragons or they've got bombs or whatever. But I really liked the up-close personal story that this one told. So give it a second episode and see where you are from there. I actually have read the graphic novel that it's based on. I read it many years ago. It's called The Hedge Knight, also by George R. Martin. And so what it doesn't have, like Game of Thrones, is a load of source material. So I don't know how it will sustain miniseries. It has more source material than House of the Dragon has, which is they're just making it up, really. So I don't know what legs it's got, but I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to give it, just in response to your 1-star review, I'm going to give it a full 5.
Forget the fact that, because I wasn't here to review A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yep.
Telly-wise, I've reviewed Under Salt Marsh and I've given it 5 stars.
Yep.
Forget my view on the first episode and give me another star award for... Because I feel like you gave 5 stars to be provocative. So forget my thoughts of the first episode, because I will go back and try again. How many stars for A Night of Seven Kingdoms?
I'm here to be provocative, Richie. What is this? Like, we're doing a podcast. We're trying to entertain people. 5 stars or bugger off.
Wow. And you finished it?
Yeah. I finished it in less than a week.
Okay.
Oh, another thing I love about it. For me, all the time these days, you want to watch a TV drama, it's 45 minutes to an hour per episode typically, yeah? Or I like watching comedy shows which are 25 to 30 minutes. This is a drama where the episodes are only 30 minutes long. And I love that. I love the fact that you get these a bite-sized drama, 6 episodes, 30 minutes an ep, bang, 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 still tells a complete story. There's a lot to be said for that.
I'm concerned because you really recommended Pluribus to me, and I finished Pluribus, and it's shot beautifully. But you've specifically just said that one of the things you enjoyed about this was the time and the pacing of it.
Yep.
Pluribus, clever idea.
Yeah.
Could have been a 90-minute film.
Look, we've already disagreed about this on the show. You don't have to relitigate it.
That's not a series. Nothing happens.
I fundamentally disagree. on all of this.
Pluribus is style over substance, and it's a gifted director just jobbing off because he can.
Well, maybe the Hedge Knight, the Knight of the Seven Kingdom, is substance over style.
We shall see. I will go back. I will watch. Let's not argue any more about TV. Let's listen to this message.
That was one of the great ad breaks, actually. I thought the second ad break there, just start, middle, end, was the complete thing. I can't remember what the product was. But
no, which shows it wasn't as effective a message as the trailer for Under Salt Marsh.
No. I mean, let's say it was Sillet Bang. Sillet Bang Corporation, if you do want to sponsor this show, we could do a little bit of branded content in every single episode where Richie Sillet bangs something in shot during every review.
My favourite product at the moment is Regina Blitz.
That's 15 minutes into record and we get to Regina Blitz.
I yesterday I spent too long reading a consumer report into the 19 available kitchen roll brands in the UK and what was the most effective.
Yeah.
Cut a long story short, it's Regina Blitz. It is the most expensive to buy, but it takes the least amount of sheets to actually clear up a mess. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Please.
Do you not find as you get older that consumer reports you find really interesting?
No.
Okay. I'm going to load myself up with Regina Blitz tomorrow because, Chris, it's my son's 8th birthday party and we're having to put that on tomorrow.
Don't sound too excited.
Do you not think that since we were kids, kids' birthday parties have really, really changed? I'm excited for Rocco's birthday, but am I excited about the birthday party? No, not in the slightest. We'll review them in a second. Think back to when you were a kid. You might have been invited out to a mate's birthday party and gone to McDonald's and had like a McDonald's party. You and like 3 mates or something or other. It might have been your birthday party and your parents might have said to you probably about a week beforehand, right, after school on your birthday, you can have 3 mates back home. Who are you picking? And then they come back and have a kick about in the garden, all that kind of stuff. And then off you go. These days, kids' birthday parties, they're an event. Like the numbers are massive. You're having to, the concept of going home from a birthday party with a piece of cake, that's fine. But these days, you're not just going home with a piece of cake. You're going home with a party bag. There might be like a little toy inside it. There might be a load of sweets and all that kind of stuff. It's a liberty. How's it got like this? Why didn't kids' birthday parties just stay like what they were like for us when we were kids? I remember my mum and dad doing a birthday party for me, back garden, after school. Do you remember Kickstart, the old TV programme, where they were going around like a dirt track on dirt bikes, going up and down stunts? My dad put a little Kickstart course together in the back garden for me and me mates on our BMXs, just over flower pots and stuff like that. And then we'd have a pizza and then everyone goes home. It's ridiculous.
So there is a wider thing going on that I think parents of this generation are more hands-on. I think there is a bigger reluctance to leave the kids to run about in the woods, in the park on their own because of multiple scare stories and the likes, some well-founded, some not. I do think there is a shift now to actually parents wanting to spend quality time with their kids. A lot of people will have kids later, so it's actually higher up their agenda that they chose to have kids, therefore they spend better time with them.
To clarify, I like spending time with my kids.
I'm not disagreeing with that, and I think you've made that fairly clear in this conversation. The fact that you're having the party is a good sign. I would argue, you say, why has it changed? I would actually argue for the kid, the party has changed for the better. Uh, I had to book a DJ for one of Mabel's birthday parties. A DJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to take her on a murder mystery spy tour type thing around East London. Which again, I have to say, I really enjoyed that. Another thing that is an improvement, and I'd have to talk to my parents to really qualify this. There's much more likely to be a beer or a glass of sparkling wine available to the parents at these kids' parties now as well, which is also an upgrade. You haven't got any sparkles in, have you?
Not for tomorrow, no.
Mate, it's not too late. But the way I see it is, if I went round someone else's house for a party at 11:30 in the morning and I was stressed and tired and didn't want to be there, I think at the very least they can give me a can of beer or a glass of wine. And then all of a sudden it's a good day. And so I do that as well, because I'm like, they must have the same feelings.
Rocco's party is at a social club where we've hired a sports hall. So there is a bar attached to said club. Yeah. So I don't need to get the sparkles in, and I don't even have to pay for it.
Negotiate 2 for 1 on John Smith's. See if we can really get it going.
2:30 on a Saturday afternoon. That's a good time.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Final score on the TV in the corner.
I might not even be in the party myself.
Yeah. I mean, some of the kids won't.
I'm not catering for it. I'm going to get some Dominoes in.
What are you reviewing here?
Kids' birthday parties.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm giving it 2 stars. Because to clarify how they have changed since we were kids. Okay. You've said, oh, I think they've changed for the better.
I do.
Is that you then saying, when you look back, that you had miserable birthday parties as a kid?
No, I'm saying they've gone from a 7 to an 8 out of 10. The world is not binary, Rich. It isn't bad or good. It is quite good and better.
There's an analogy here. I think what's happened is that it's like a ship in a lock. The water has risen.
Yeah.
But not all boats have risen at the same level.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's it, is it? That's where it ends. Oh, God.
I'm saying that we enjoyed our parties as kids and they were more simple affairs. So keep it a simple affair. It can be simple now.
I am really off-put throughout this. And if you're watching this on the YouTube, you will have seen this. You've been doing a lot of gesturing to the camera, sort of quiet, making a political point at me. And you've got something in your hands which looks a bit like a kosh. I'm not quite sure what is going on here. What is that? Is it your headphones box?
It's my headphones box.
Right.
But I do feel like I'm able to make more assertive points towards you with it in my hand. You are the kind of person that needs to have assertive points made to you because you are such a, what's the word?
Great guy.
That's not it. Shit stirrer, but there's a better word for it than that. Truculent feels right, but it's not the word that I'm trying to say. You're the kind of person, contrary, that's it. Who doesn't necessarily. There you go. At kids' birthday parties, 2 stars, keep them simple. They were great for us. It's over the top these days.
Wow. Do we have another ad break now? Or do we do another thing first?
I feel like we not long had one. It was Still It Bang.
That's right.
So I want to hear about what's on your mind.
Rich, I want to talk about a food product.
I'm always ready for that.
In Lanzarote, we were at an all-inclusive buffet breakfast. You could get all the fried stuff. You could get all the yogurty stuff. You could get all the eggsy sort of stuff. Fruit, you name it, what someone might expect to have at breakfast, it was available from some food station somewhere. They have a product they're called Cola Cao. Are you familiar with Cola Cao?
I'm not. I imagine it's like a new flavour of Coke.
No, it is essentially a powdered chocolate drink. I guess the Spanish equivalent of Nesquik, for example.
Oh, wow. I've not had Nesquik in a very long time, probably since one of my birthday parties.
Well, it's much better than Nesquik. It's really tasty. So you could say pour it on your yogurt or cereal. You could turn it into milkshake. You could turn it into hot chocolate. It's kind of like regular cocoa, sweetened cocoa powder. It's multi-purpose. A couple of years ago, really funnily, I snuck a couple out of the breakfast room and we came home with about 5. And the next year we came home from holiday with about 10. And this year I looked at Mabel in the eyes and I said, Mabel is my oldest. And I said, we're here for 7 days. Let's see if we can come back home with 30. And we spent the entire week at breakfast schnaffling away packets of Cola Cao from the breakfast table into Mabel's bum bag, and out we'd go. And we got back home, and a picture is just going to pop on screen now with 35 sachets of Cola Cao.
That's incredible.
And I made a Cola Cao cake. I thought, I've got to do something with these, using 19 of the sachets. I had to measure out how many I would need, and it was 19 sachets. And it was like, okay, so the fun of sneaking stuff out of the breakfast room, wherever you are, you know, it's so good whether it's a banana or a muffin. Whenever you're at a hotel, schnaffling away something it's always a naughty feeling. Even though you know the staff don't care that you've just made yourself a cheese sandwich from the stuff on offer there to have for lunch. It's always fun. But to go and have a committed plan and to surpass it and put it to use was an absolute joy.
So can we do some maths here?
Yep.
So you've come back home. You were there for 7 nights.
Yep.
So that's seven breakfasts.
Yep.
And you've come home with 35. It sounds like that it was, if we're talking sort of like Louvre heist kind of thing,
Yep.
It sounds like you and Mabel were the crew here. So that's 2 people, 35. So that is, give or take, 16 each. So that is over. So you're doing 2 sachets each per morning.
I mean, there's a much easier calculation, which is that 5 times 7 is 35. So therefore, we were taking 5 a day between us.
Which is 2.5 each.
Yeah.
How big's a sachet?
16 grams.
Give it to me in the size of like
a single portion.
An Angel Delight sachet.
It's smaller than an Angel Delight sachet. Yeah, it's much more. I reckon that's probably 50 grams. I don't know.
So are we talking like a little kind of greasy spoon cafe ketchup like portion?
Forgive me, Rich. I was rude. I put it on screen, but I didn't actually share it with you in the process. So I am now going to text to you the sachets so you get perspective yourself. It's on your phone now.
They're quite big.
Yeah.
I'd say they're quite big.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you went...
It's about half a kilo's worth.
Chris, I'm really sorry, my friend. I'm really, really sorry. I've really changed my opinion. So you and Mabel have gone away with 5 of those every morning.
Every morning.
I'm really sorry. That's theft.
Yeah. I actually did check this out because I needed to check this. Apparently it's not, but carry on.
What do you mean apparently it's not?
Apparently that it's seen as a kind of unwritten rule that you can take stuff away from the breakfast table and no one gives a shit. It's factored into the business model.
Okay. I don't know where you looked that up. That's definitely not going to be on the
There was actually
on the
an
hotel
article
website.
about it in Metro last week.
On the picture that you have sent, and I'm only going at length to describe this for those who aren't privileged enough to be able to look at the image that's on the YouTube. Although why you don't have the privilege to look at YouTube, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5. So in the picture here, there are 6 different rows of Cola Cao sachets. Each row has about 5 in them. So if you and Mabel are taking each morning 5 Cola Cao sachets, you have removed from the side a sixth of the preserves that have been put out for the hotel residents that morning. And that's outrageous.
Why have we moved to 6 of the preserves that are put away?
No, you haven't taken a sixth. My maths is so bad. You've taken away. Well, that would be. Yeah, you've taken away sort of like a sixth or a fifth of it.
They have hundreds of sachets there. I challenge you, and I challenge our audience. You haven't done an all-inclusive properly until you've done what we did there. On the final Friday, we sat there at the table. We got all the bread rolls out, and we made sandwiches for lunch for 4 people plus fruit. That's how you do it.
We often talk on this about your long-suffering wife, Laura.
Yep.
She is a wonderful lady. What did she make of what she saw in front of her? Her eldest daughter being corralled into theft by her husband. She must have been appalled.
Not quite. She thought it was really stupid, but she didn't have a moral issue with it. After all, it was her who proposed and made all the sandwiches that we took away.
Okay.
She was like, why are you doing this? We don't even have it. We don't even eat it at home. And I was
final question.
I will make us a cake.
Final question. You said the closest that we have to this here in the UK is Nesquik.
Mm-hmm.
So would you do that at home with Nesquik?
100%.
Have you gone out and bought Nesquik this week?
No, but I have looked at how much it would cost me. Here's the thing. I've looked at buying myself a 5-kilo tub of Cola Cao. Now, if that is not an incredible marketing tool that hotel provided for Cola Cao, I don't know. I mean, phenomenal, eh? 25 quid for 5 kilos of that stuff. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Laura, that's when she would have a problem with it.
How many stars for Cola Cao theft?
5 stars. 5. Times 35.
That's a sixth.
Rich, please, let's just listen to Sillet Bang one more time.
Did that mute not work?
No, the mute definitely worked, but you still pulled that face.
I'm sorry.
Quick, Rich, fire one more review. One more review at us.
Cookies are so much better than what they used to be when we were kids. The cookie game has exploded. And at the forefront of the cookie game are the Marks & Spencer Corporation with their chunked and loaded M&S cookies. They've been out now for a few months and they are absolutely incredible. Now, when we were kids, cookies were Maryland cookies. That was pretty much it.
Yep.
The size of a Jaffa cake, the size of a ginger nut. You'd buy them in the supermarket. That was it. They were quite a treat. Choc chip Maryland cookies, fantastic. Then sometimes they started doing double chocolate ones where you didn't just have the choc chip in there, but the actual biscuit was kind of chocolatey as well. And that was kind of the only advance in the cookie game when we were kids. I don't know what's happened, but in the last few years, the cookie game has exploded. Now, obviously, these days in supermarkets, they churn out little bags of much bigger cookies, size of like a side plate at a posh hotel dinner table. You can buy 5 of those for about £2, churned out in some miniature bakery at the back of the supermarket on the day. But now it's even bigger than that. Artisan cookies are the way forward. You're looking at like willingly paying about £2.50 as a price point per cookie, but they're massive. And they're so thick and they're kind of like part set and gooey inside. Tesco even sell cookie dough if you want to buy it and make it at home. But these chunked and loaded M&S cookies, it's almost pornography regarding the cookie world. Chris, I bought one last night on the way home from Liverpool Street M&S on the platforms there. They do one that is a salted caramel and pretzel hazelnut cookie. So it looks like a cookie, but it is multicolored. Inside it are little crunched up pieces of pretzel in there, but you wouldn't know because it's encased in actual cookie. Then there's like a little river of salted caramel that is running through it with a little few bits of hazelnut in there, but it looks like a cookie. It tastes like a cookie. Honestly, I think they must have scientists making this stuff. There's another pistachio and white chocolate one that they do. There's a strawberry one that they do. They are incredible. Chunked and loaded M&S cookies. Is this the peak of the cookie game, or is there more to come? And is there a product? Is there a product, a food product, that is more of a tarting up in our lifetime than the bog standard cookies? I don't think there is.
I've got a theory for you. The cookie is very much an American product, traditionally. Maryland cookies, I think, was taking elements of the US cookie, but coming up with a recipe that suited the biscuit-eating British market.
And I think that's a fair theory.
It was a kind of gateway drug into the world of cookies that you now occupy. You go to the US, it's one of the few foods they get so much better than us. They absolutely know it. And you're right. The cookie game in the UK, I just cannot disagree with a single word you've said, has just exploded. It is fantastic. M&S for a supermarket, are superb at it. They really, really are. But all of the supermarkets now have a pretty decent cookie on them. You ask, is it the most premium thing? The M&S, sorry, reminded, Chunked and Loaded. Is that what the brand? The sub-brand
Chunked and Loaded. That is their brand. Yes.
Now, I wish I could remember the US product. When I was in New York a few weeks ago, there was a bakery. Some people brought these cookies into work. These cookies are $5 a cookie, and I have to say, they were just too much. Imagine the journey from a rich tea biscuit to a Maryland cookie to a Chunked and Loaded. You see that evolutionary path, that monkey turning into an ape, turning into an upright human. This is the final step in that evolutionary journey. And Rich, it's too much. It's too much. My colleagues are like, oh my God, this is going to blow your mind. This is the greatest of all cookies. I could only eat a half. It was so maybe M&S are the best because they haven't gone full on whatever on earth that thing was over there.
First of all, you've piqued my interest. I think I'd travel to New York just for that. However, without having seen it or tried it, maybe it isn't too much, and it's the fault of the consumer of not having changed one's behavior, looking at it and thinking, oh, that's a cookie. I should eat that with this cup of tea. Or if you're over there, maybe, this coffee. But maybe this is so good, it's the kind of thing that you do only eat a little bit of, and then you put it away in the fridge or the cupboard or something to come back to later. It's not something that's meant to be consumed at once.
Rich, are you reviewing cookies in general, the evolution of cookies, or the Chunked and Loaded brand of cookies?
I'm reviewing Chunked and Loaded cookies because that's been the gateway to the scales falling from my eye and realizing how great the cookie evolution has been, and that's a 5-star review. But I think we have to celebrate the journey that cookies have been on from Maryland and from our friends over the pond, and review cookies as well. Both are 5 stars.
Okay. I think it's a strong. I think slightly muddled at the end, but can't really disagree with you.
It was a muddled beginning, but I think this whole episode has been muddled from the moment that we talked about the birth of volcanoes and islands.
God, I forgot about
If you want more of this, you can find it by becoming a Patreon on our Patreon right now, because we're going to go there, and you've got something else in you, Chris. I know you have. And we're going to review that over there. But that is the end of it on this platform. You can react by finding us on our socials, at Producer Chris, at Richie Firth. You can leave your comments on our YouTube channel. Find us on the socials, and we will return next week. We'll return even quicker over on Patreon.